We are talking with Dave Golikoff from AskMen.com and SBR contributor John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com, previewing NFL Week 11 here on the SBR TV NFL Experts Roundtable. All right, before we get to the Monday night game, let's get to the game that both of you said you wanted to talk about. It's a game with a curious line. It's the Niners, who of course have covered everything this year, minus 9.5 at home against Arizona. Everything points to the Niners here. They've got an awesome defense, great running defense. Arizona doesn't have much of a running game, but 9.5 points is a huge number in the NFL. And the Cards beat Philly last week, lost to Baltimore by 3 weeks ago. So I have a feeling you guys are going to disagree on this, but let's see. Dave Golikoff, what do you think of this?
Well, I think if you didn't look at the side for this game and I just blindfolded you, I didn't tell you what the total was, I just asked you, do you think this game is an over or an under? I think the majority of people would say under, and I think that's really how I felt when I looked at this game. I didn't look at the total. I looked at the play of the Arizona Cardinals defense last week. I was quite impressed. I know the Eagles are a disaster. They never run the ball and they turn over the ball like crazy, but the Cardinals held them to numerous 3-and-outs, short drives. Even when they were put in bad spots, they held them to field goals instead of touchdowns. And right now, the Cardinals, the one thing that they can hang their hat on is the defense has been decent. It's been tough. It's been hard to run on at times. And that's what I really see them bringing to the contest this week. You know, the 49ers are not going to be as stupid as the Eagles were, and they're not going to let Larry Fitzgerald get single coverage at all. There's nobody else in this offense that can burn them. And I see a lot of punts kind of, running in between the tackles, conservative game planning, field goals instead of touchdowns type of game here. So I do like the under.
That's convincing. John Ryan, what do you think of that, and what's your take on this game?
I wanted to point out that San Francisco, according to my database, has now set the NFL record for most consecutive games winning against the number.
There you go.
Yet, believe it or not, last week was the first time the books actually lost money in a 49ers game. I hope I said that right, because what I'm trying to point out is now the public has finally caught on to the winning ways of the 49ers. It took 8 weeks where the 49ers were making the books money, but finally against the Giants, they finally lost money on it. So I think the fact that the public is caught on now makes me a little cautious. I do think that the biggest obstacle for the Cardinals is that I don't see them being able to run the ball well enough against the 49ers defense to allow that passing game to get on track with Fitzgerald as it did in Philadelphia. Arizona really can't run the ball, and unless they would somehow miraculously find a way to do that against the 49ers, I think if you're going to make a play, it's got to be on the winning team, the 49ers.
Wow, really? Okay.